So today I will be talking about a project about SCH Alumni, way to improve the system and ways to address some of the current issues we have. So just to clarify before we start, this is not a project, not an entrepreneurial project, more of an intrapreneurial project where we create an internal solution to help better the SCH community. So just to give you guys a story of how I started this project or how I wanted to start this project. So I had this friend who went to NYU in business school, and she's currently a senior, but she was able to find a job when she was only a junior, and she found one of the top jobs in an investment bank at the UBS firm. So everyone was amazed and happy for her, and of course, so was I. I was like, oh, you're rich now, you're in good shape. So I want that too. So I asked her, how did you do it? And she gave me one simple advice: join the business fraternity when you get to college. And I asked her why. The simple reason she gave me was connection. She was able to make so many friends, and not friends, but connection with people in the firm. So even during her interview, the person who interviewed her was already part of her fraternity, and they knew each other very well. So she got the job very easy. And I want that too. So I was like, since we are at SCH and everyone in college is looking for a job, and it's pretty similar. Everyone in high school is looking for a college. So why couldn't we incorporate the same system and help our students to better find some college application, get the process easier for students? However, after a while of research, I learned that this probably isn't the best fit for my project because students in high school still haven't figured out their own connection or networking skills yet. And in the process of college application, networking doesn't really help you that much versus when you're finding a job. And then I started to shift my focus onto alumni and research on alumni resources we have in the school. And here's some interesting fact that I found. So SCH has, in case you didn't know, SCH is a great school. We have more than 150 years of history. And with that, currently we have more than 8,000 active alumni who are interested in giving back to the community and are very supportive to students here. Me being an entrepreneur who has worked with Mr. Glasson for the past 4 years, I've received multiple times of helps from mentors, and they're all experts in their own industries. We have famous athletes, famous successful business people, entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, you name it. SCH got it all. But we just got to be able to learn and better utilize the resource and information that we have to better help these alumni to give back to the SCH community. And that's why I decided to build this project. And however, based on my experience working together with the development office, I noticed that everything doesn't seem to be so bright on the surface. Some of the difficulties that the alumni office or development office have encountered is that, first of all, the system that they use is very outdated. It's not very technology advanced, so it's very hard for them to manage the data information we have. The second difficulty we have is that due to the recent merger of SCH, Chestnut Hill Academy, and Springside School, some of the alumni have turned away from giving back to the community because they don't agree with the message. They're not really on board with the merger. And the last but not least, we're essentially wasting info lots of the time. The school is constantly losing info or contact information of alumni when they move or when they get a promotion. Just picture this: if I get a promotion and I'm an alumni at SCH, I'll be happy to tell all my friends, but I'm not going to make a phone call to my high school. Hey, I just got this promotion. Here's my new number and information. Be happy for me. You know, that's just not something I would do. And if there's anything I learned from working together with Mr. Glasson, is that if there's a problem, there's always going to be a solution. So here's some of the solutions that I found, and here's some of the effect that I hope to achieve. By increasing the amount of interaction between alumni and school, I hope that we can create a better atmosphere and more positive atmosphere with the alumni at school so that they are willing to give back. They feel like they're still part of SCH although they've graduated, and they're willing to offer more help to the school. So one of the best methods to do it is through LinkedIn, and for the students from University of Pennsylvania, this page might be familiar to you. Based on my research, I found that LinkedIn was probably one of the best social media or pre-existing group for us to conduct this project. And after even some more research, I learned that LinkedIn already has a college alumni toolkit that provides a database that's already set up for colleges. If anyone's here already in this group, maybe after my presentation, if you care to give some, just share some experiences being inside this group. So here's like the linking toolkit, the home page. It looks a little bit complicated, but here are the 3 bullet points that you'll need to be. This is all you need to see from this page. It allows you to stand out with unique data on where alumni work in life and what they study and more. So this will solve our current problem that we have of data being inefficiently managed. The second benefit that it had is to help prospective students and their parents understand what's possible by coming to your school. So this is essentially free marketing for our school. If we were able to get this LinkedIn group up and running, it would be very important. It will look very good on our SCH homepage to see our alumni are still very engaged with the community, and this is a very good vibe to send out from the school. Last but not least, also create connections among alumni, students, and donors. This is also very important because the more connections made, the school is going to become a more tight-knit community, and the more interactions between alumni and students, the better resource could be used for the school. And here are some of the issues that we have right now. Currently on LinkedIn, Springstone Chestnut Hill Academy, if you look it up, this is marked as an educational management. Although it doesn't say here, education management, it's a type of company, it's not marketed as school. And without being a college or university on LinkedIn, you essentially do not have the right or usage to the LinkedIn College Alumni Toolkit. So it's very hard for us to build our own group without the toolkit. And and it's very interesting as well, since LinkedIn is a very big company. It recently went through a big purchase. It just got purchased by Microsoft. So we hope to see that LinkedIn is willing to make some changes to work with us together to establish a program for K-12 schools. And if anything, we are going to be the first school that's going to be incorporating LinkedIn and using the College Alumni Toolkit on a K-12 level, which is very important for the entire high school community across the entire nation. So just to clarify, this is only a start of my project. I've only been working on this project for a month. I work closely with the development office and I'm still seeking out for better solutions or alternative. If the LinkedIn group doesn't work out, we'll have to see better alternatives. But if the LinkedIn group does work out, it's a huge step toward the entire alumni system, how alumni work in the high school level. Because lots of people focus on college alumni network because there's money to be made. There business referrals, you can get jobs doing college alumni, but they do not realize that with the prestigiousness of this school, like SCH, there's a lot of resource that could be tapped. It's a very lucrative market as well to establish a alumni network. So yeah, thanks so much.